Good day everyone. I am Riven Casey Marcel and I am going to discuss about buying a franchise. So, we all know naman kung ano yung franchise, 'di ba? So, the previous reporters discussed about the franchise, so what is a franchise or what is franchising. So, now akin naman i-discuss about buying a franchise. Um, so, yung previous reporters nag-discuss sila ng about sa franchise. So, sabi dito yung franchise is uh, parang ito yung business model, yung parang business structure, or parang ito yung business arrangement. Kumbaga dito is ito yung authorization uh, granted by the company to operate business under the existing company or existing business. So, now, what is buying a franchise? So, buying a franchise is an alternative to starting your own business or buying an existing business that you might not have considered. Kumbaga dito is, yung pagbabay or pagbili ng franchise is ito yung parang option mo. Kung nais mong magsagawa ng, or nais mong magkaroon ng negosyo or bumili ng isang negosyo. So, parang ito yung option mo. Dahil kapag bumili ka or bibili ka ng isang franchise is parang binili mo na rin yung authorization, yung rights or yung mga karapatan ng to operate a business under the existing company. So, kumbaga dito is hindi mo na kailangan mag-isip pa. Bakit pa ba papahirapan mo yung sarili mo na mag-isip ng business or mag-start ng own business kung pwede naman na kung pwede naman maging boss, maging own boss ng isang company na mayroong sumusuporta sa iyo, yung may mga nagga-guide sa iyo para to make a profit. So now, is franchising right for you? So of course, bago tayo bumili ng isang franchise, meron kang mga things or factors na kinoconsider. Because buying a franchise is a big step, and specific franchise opportunity should be thoroughly investigated before a decision is made. Yun nga sabi ko kanina, so meron tayong mga factors, mga things na kinoconsider before we buying a franchise because merong factors and things na ina-assess or ini-evaluate before tayong gumawa ng isang desisyon. So, meron tayong apat na kino-consider dito bago tayo mag-decide to buy franchise. So, ito yung apat. Ito yung structure, operation, benefits, and as well as the risk. So, first, ito yung structure. So, ano nga ba? Ini-evaluate dito yung ano nga ba yung So, dito sa structure, ni-evaluate dito yung mga business model, yung sistema ng company na iyon, if it is working ba, kung kaya't dito sa structure is ini-evaluate dito yung overall structure of the company. Kumbaga, kung ano yung mga inaalam dito, kung mga skills or mga sources ng isang company na iyon. So, let's move on to the operation. So, yung operation naman is ito yung ini-evaluate mo or ina-understand mo kung ang company ba ito is yung the franchise ba is how the franchise works a day or how the franchise operates a day by today. Kaya it is important to know or to assess the operation of the company first before deciding to make a decision on buying franchise. The third one is the benefits. Of course, before buying a franchise, so it is inaalam mo muna kung ano yung mga benefits dito, kung ano nga ba yung magiging consequences, yung magiging benefits mo. Ano nga ba yung magbi-meet ba yung expectations mo about the company you are the franchise of the company you are buying. The next one is And the last is the risk. So of course, if you are buying a franchise, of course, hindi natin maiwasan yung mga risk, yung mga risk of um, sa company na iyon. So, dito sa risk, so dito, it is important to the evaluate the risk, the financial risk, yung mga competitors, yung mga kumbaga ini-evaluate mo kung comfortable ka ba sa magiging risk na gagawin mo if you are buying a franchise of that company. So, next is the cost of a franchise. Dito malalaman natin kung magkano nga ba yung sa pagbili ng franchise, magkano nga ba ito. So, the cost of a franchise, sabi rito, the initial business format franchise varies depending on the franchise fee, the capital needed to start the business, and the strength of the franchisor. So, it means yung initial cost of a business format franchise daw is nakadepende. Hindi natin alam kung magkano yung fee na ating babayaran, kung kaya't dahil meron ito mga factors na kinoconsider, diba, dito is yung kinoconsider yung franchise fee, yung magkano ba yung mga capital na needed to start the business, and of course the strength or the sources of the franchisors to work or to operate that company. So the next one, sabi rin dito, when evaluating the cost of a franchise, prospective franchisees should consider all the cost or the cost involved. Franchisors are required by law to disclose all their costs in a document called the franchise document and send it to the franchisee. So of course, sa pag-evaluate kung magkano nga ba yung cost ng isang franchise na iyong bibilhin, meron na dito mga kinoconsidered na mga cost, na mga halaga. Sinasabi rin ng mga franchisors is required sila na magpakita, to disclose, sabi dito, disclose all the cost in a document called the franchise disclosure document. So, ano nga ba yung tinatawag dito na franchise disclosure document? So, ang franchise disclosure document dito is, pinapakita rito yung mga lahat ng mga halaga, mga gastusin to work that company. It includes the initial fee, mga royalty fee, yung mga it's either the mga for advertising activities. So yun, dapat as a franchisors, ipapakita mo talaga ito. It's required kasi, of course, as a franchisee, need mo talagang tingnan before you decide to buy that franchise. So, yun yung cost of the franchise. So, sabi ko nga kanina, merong mga cost na to buy franchise, merong mga cost doon na kino-considered, or kung baga ito yung mga halaga na dapat mong pagtuunan when you are buying a franchise. So of course dito una, meron itong initial franchise fee. So ano nga ba ito? So initial franchise fee, the initial franchise fee varies depending on the franchisor. So sabi dito is yung franchise fee, yung initial, yung panguna, yung pagsisimula is dito is yung franchise fee is walang exact na amount to pay this. Kung kaya't iba-iba. Sabi dito iba-iba. Depende ito sa franchisors if ano yung magiging agreement nyo. Ano yung magiging pagkasunduan yung fee for that franchise. So the next one is capital requirements. So, capital requirements, these costs vary depending on the franchisor, but may include the cost of buying real estate, the cost of constructing a building, the purchase of initial inventory, and the cost of obtaining a business license. So, some franchisors are also required a new franchisee to pay a grand opening fee for its assistance in opening the business. So, this means that yung capital requirements, di ba ito yung um, capital needed? Ito yung magiging, kumbaga to start up a business, so you must have a capital para ma-start yung business mo. And the cost is, nakadepende siya sa depende siya sa franchisors. Pero meron kasi sa capital requirements, ito yung ginagamit. Sabi ko nga kanina, to start up the business. So it includes yung mga um, yung mga ito yung sa capital requirements dito kasi is yung isang company kasi is depende kasi meron silang mga sometimes meron kasi silang constructing I mean dito kasi sa capital requirements is yung meron silang expenses dapat to buy or renting a space para sa kanilang business na yun. So of course, need nila ng capital fee for this. And sometimes meron kasi mga constructing building, yung mga kahit pa yung pag-get ng license nila is license to operate this business is of course meron rin yung fee, so that when buying a business format is kino-considered talaga ito or talagang inaalam yung mga capital requirements dito. So the next one, sabi rin dito, some franchisors also required a new franchisee to pay a grand opening fee. So sometimes kasi yung mga franchisors to start their business or meron kasi silang grand opening ng business nila. Kung kaya nagbabayad rin sila. So, with that, kailangan nating i-consider, kailangan nating alamin yung mga capital requirements na ito when we are buying a franchise. So, the next one is continuing royalty payment. Continuing royalty payment, in the majority of cases, a franchise pays a royalty based on a percentage of weekly or monthly gross income. Note that because the fee is typically assessed on gross income rather than net income, a franchise may have to pay a monthly royalty even if the business is losing money. So of course, dito sa when buying a franchise is inaalam din natin yung mga royalty payment. Kumbaga dito yung royalty is dito yung commission na makukuha mo with that company. Of course, kasi dito sa royalty payment dito kasi is kasi some royalty payment dito is kahit yung isang business na yon or company na iyon is lugi na or walang kita. So as a franchisee you need to pay pa rin, pay a monthly royalty kasi as franchisee, magpipay ka talaga kahit yung business na yun is luging-lugi na or wala nang kita. Ewan ko kung bakit, at I have no further informations about that. The next one is advertising fees. So advertising fees, franchises are often required to pay into a national or regional advertising fund, even if the advertisement are directed at goals other than promoting the franchisor's product or service. For example, advertising could focus on the franchisor's attempt at attracting new franchises. Of course, dito sa pagbabayad ng franchise is kino-consider mo rin yung mga cost or mga advertising fees. Ito yung mga advertising fees is tawag sa mga pagpo-promote ng mga business. Ito yung um, pagpo-promote ng mga business to to boost their sales in that products. So ito is for advertising purposes lamang ito. So for example, yung mga nakikita natin mga advertisement sa TV, right? Even in the radio, so meron silang mga advertisement. So yung mga advertisement na yan is bayad po yan sila. The last is other fees. So other fees may be charged for various activities, including traditional staff. Including training additional staff, provided management expertise when needed. Providing management expertise when needed, providing computer assistance, or providing a host of other items or support services. Kumbaga dito sa other fees is, ito yung parang extra money. Kumbaga extra lang to. Extra kung meron mga babayaran pa, iba pang babayarin is magagamit ito. Because yung fee na ito is, ito yung mga pinapambayad for including pag-train sa mga staff natin, sa mga support services ng isang company na yun. Kumbaga, dito is ito yung mga pinapambayad sa mga taga support or mga manggagawa ng isang company na iyon. So, yun yung mga cost typically associated with buying a business format franchise. So, let's move on to using co-branding to reduce costs and boost sales. So, ano nga ba yung co-branding na ito? So, ang co-branding takes place when two or more businesses are grouped together. Parang dito yung pagsasanib persa ng mga company para mag-boost, para magpalago pa yung kanilang mga business. So, for example nito is yung mga nakikita na natin ngayon, 'di ba, yung mga pinagsanib na mga for example, yung Joy ng company, yung Joy, yung dishwashing liquid. So, 'di ba, nakikita rin natin na meron din itong Joy with parang pinagsanib na yung Safeguard ng company ng Safeguard. Parang dun pa lang is nakikita yung co-branding and para mag-boost yung sales nila. So, ganun yung co-branding. So, meron itong two primary types of co-branding arrangements. So, these are two franchises operating side by side and two franchises occupying the exact space. So, ano nga ba yung two franchises operating side by side? So, the first type of co-branding arrangement involves two or more franchises operating side by side in the same building or list space. So, dito sa type of co-branding arrangement na ito is, ito yung ibig sabihin nito is they may have separate entrances, magkaiba or separate yung entrances nila or areas, but nag-share sila ng common facilities and resources. On the other hand, yung two franchises occupying this exact same space naman is the second type of co-branding arrangement involves two franchises occupying essentially the same space. So, ibig sabihin nito is, ito yung they share the same entrance. Kanina yung side by side na na type of arrangement, co-branding arrangement na yun is uh, they may separate entrances. So, dito naman sa two franchises occupying the exact same space is that dito naman is same yung entrance, yung counter or yung display area nito. So, yun kanina yung co-branding. And let's move on naman dito sa advantages and disadvantages. So, let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages of buying a franchise. So, dito is pag-usapan natin yung mga positive and negative consequences of of buying a franchise. So, unahin natin dito yung advantages of buying a franchise. So, hindi ko na masyadong i-elaborate sa inyo kung ano yung advantages na ito dahil understandable naman yung mga words na ginamit dito. So, let me read the definition of the first advantages of buying a franchise. So, a proven product or service within an established market. So, the most compelling advantage to buying a franchise is that the franchise offers a proven product or service within an established market. Kumbaga dito is proven talaga yung product or service na na-establish ng market or yung isang o yung company na binilhan mo na isang franchise. So the next one is an established trademark or business system. The purchase of a franchise with an established trademark provides franchises with considerable market power. For example, the purchaser of a McDonald's franchise has a trademark with proven market power. So, dito naman is parang mabibigyang benefits yung mga or kinikilala yung mga franchise binibigyan or kinikilala yung mga franchisee dito kung binibigyang benefits yung mga franchisee dito dahil nga sila yung franchisee ng isang company na yun. So, the next one is franchisors training, technical expertise, and managerial experience. So, franchisors training, technical expertise, and managerial experience. Another important attribute of franchising is the training, technical expertise, and managerial experience the franchise provide to franchisees. So, dito naman is sa franchisors training is yung mga franchisors ay nagpo-provide ng mga training, mga technical expertise, yung mga experience na kung saan is tumutulong sila sa franchisee to establish a yung mga franchisee naman is to succeed in their business. So, next is an established marketing network. So, dito naman is franchisees who buy into a powerful franchise system are part of a system that has tremendous buying power and substantial advertising power and marketing prowess. So, dito naman is that yung parang yung franchise is nagiging part na siya ng isang network kung saan is yung franchise na ito is nagiging part na network kung saan yung company na yun is nagiging strong na yung experiences nila, yung naging parang yung strategies nila ng company nila is nagiging effective na. So, yun. As the next is franchisor ongoing support. Yun, may franchisors is nagbibigay talaga ng support sa isang franchisee. Sabi ko nga kanina is sila is nag-provide ng mga training like technical expertise para maging matulungan din nila yung franchisee to succeed in their business. So, ganun din dito sa franchises ongoing support. Since sinusuportahan talaga ng franchisors yung mga franchisees in order to in order to succeed in their business. The next one is availability of financing. So, some franchisors offer financing to their franchisees, although these cases are the exception rather than the rule. This information is available um, in the franchise disclosure document. Kumbaga dito sa availability of financing is that um, yung mga may mga franchisors talaga na nag-o-offer talaga sila ng mga financing options. Kasi minsan yung mga franchisors is naghahanap din ng mga another franchisee so in order to expand their business. So now is yung last advantages dito is yung potential for business growth. If a franchisee is successful in the original location, the franchisee is often provided the opportunity to buy additional franchises from the same franchisor. For many franchisees, this prospect offers a powerful incentive to work hard to be as successful as possible. So dito naman is, kumbaga dito yung, mayroon na yung business na yon, yung binilhan mo ng isang franchise is that meron na siyang potential for to growth. Meron, kumbaga dito is, nag-expand na yung business nila. And nagiging succeed na yung business nila. Yung, yun yung mga advantages of buying a franchise. So now, let's move on to the disadvantages of buying franchise. Ito naman mga negative impacts, magiging negative na magiging thoughts mo when buying a franchise. So dito is first is buying a franchise with the cost of the franchise. Sa cost of the franchise dito is the initial cost of purchasing and setting up a franchise operation can be quite high. Quite high. Dito is mahal talaga or costly yung isang pag bumili tayo ng franchise. Next one is restrictions on creativity. Dito naman is that yung many franchise systems are very rigid and leave this opportunity for individual franchises to exercise their creativity. This is often cited frustration of franchises. Kumbaga dito is nalilimit na. As a franchisee, nalilimit yung limited lang yung room mo to express your pagiging creativity. So ganun dito sa the disadvantages of buying a franchise. The next one is duration and nature of the commitment. Dito naman is that for a variety of reasons, many franchises agreements are difficult to exit. Kumbaga dito is once you had signed an agreement with that company you are buying franchise is nahihirapan ka na mag-exit. Yun. Kumbaga once you sign, doon na difficult na pag mag-exit dun sa agreement na yung pinirmahan. Next is that yung problems of termination or transfer. Some franchise agreements are very difficult and expensive to terminate or transfer. Often, franchise cannot terminate a franchise agreement without paying the franchisor substantial monetary damages. So, when it comes to business kasi, when you sign an agreement to that company, so, is it up to you to terminate the contract? If you have naisip mo na mag-terminate sa contract na yon, so hindi mo maisip na libre lang mag-terminate ng isang contract. So dahil nga as franchisee mag-terminate ka ng isang contract, so you need to it's either in the franchisor or the franchisee naman if they terminate the contract, so you need to pay for the damages cost. kasi hindi libre yung mag-terminate. It depends on the franchisor and the franchisee. Kung it depende sa kanila kung magpapabayad ba sila. But as far as I know is nagbabayad talaga yung mga nag-determinate ng isang contract. At ito ay costly. The next one is next one is poor performance on the part of their other franchisees. So ganun na nga sinasabi dito na that company is have a franchisee. So meron din kasing mga company na naghahanap pa rin ng another franchisees to expand their business. Kung kaya the disadvantages lang sa pag-buy ng isang franchise is that yung ibang franchises na yun is poor yung performance nila. So yun yung problema at nagiging disadvantages sa pag-buy ng isang franchise. The last is potential for failure. Kanina sa the advantages of buying franchise, meron din yung kung merong potential to growth, meron din namang potential for failure. So sabi nga dito yung in terms of business, it is very risky, di ba? So kung kaya dapat is a franchisee or it's either franchisor. So maging prepare ka. Dapat sa mga risky things, dapat maging prepare ka. And kasi meron talaga kasing mga business na nagfi-fail to achieve their goals or their objectives. So sa pagbabay ng franchise, meron talagang failure. Yun yung disadvantages of buying a franchise. That's yun kanina yung advantages and disadvantages of buying a franchise. So that's the end of our report. If you have questions, so feel free to ask, and that's all. Thank you.